Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Cobra Kai. This was a series that was on YouTube TV, but then they dropped it after season two, and now it's on, both seasons are on Netflix, where it's probably a lot more easier, a lot more accessible for a lot more people to check out. And they are coming out with a season three sometime next year. Supposedly, that's what they're saying. And look, I decided to check this out, despite it being like 3 weeks on Netflix. I just checked it out recently because I heard a lot of people been talking about this show ever since it premiered on YouTube TV. And now that I got this chance, let's do this review because I'm gonna say this right on top. I really enjoyed this show a lot, especially in season one. I am going to say that season one was probably a lot more stronger for me than season two was. I really did love all these characters when watching the first season. From the returning characters such as Daniel Larusso, played by Ralph Macchio, and Johnny Lawrence, played by William Zabka. Um, Both of those characters to me obviously are the face of the show, specifically Daniel LaRusso, who obviously was the original Karate Kid from the 1984 film. My history with the 1984 Karate Kid film is that I watched that movie back when the 2006 remake with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan was coming out. And I decided to go back and watch the original Karate Kid because I had never seen it uh, before. I probably seen clips of it, but never seen the full film in its entirety. So that's probably the first and last time I saw the film. I liked it when I saw it, but I didn't love it. I wasn't like a huge fan and thinking to myself, wow, this has a great mythology and great characters that I love, and I got to revisit this film once in a while. It was a movie that I enjoyed, and I just moved on. Same thing with the 2006 remake. I liked it, and then I moved on. If I never saw it again, I wouldn't miss it. But if I did see it again, I wouldn't mind checking it out again. So flash forward to now, I check out this Cobra Kai series, and now I'm getting the urge, telling myself to say, you know what, now I want to go back and watch the original Karate Kid movie again, because this show made me really appreciate the history of these characters now. And even though that they show flashbacks of the movie, they use the movie clips as flashbacks throughout the show. It makes me now respect the history of that film and where it fits into the world of this series. The character of Johnny, if you go back and watch it, he's a straight up bully. But this show puts a new spin on the Johnny character where I'm going to admit he has become one of my favorite characters. He probably is my favorite character. Him and Miguel are probably my two favorite characters on the show. I really like Daniel LaRusso too. He's probably up there as well. Maybe Johnny and Daniel are my two favorite characters. Miguel, I'll get into it a little bit later. Something in season two, I feel where they bring the character made me a little wary of the character. Although I do think they kind of they don't drop it completely, but I'll explain when I get there. But yes, Daniel and Johnny obviously have this beef with each other still that has been carried from the original film because they haven't seen each other in years, and now that they meet each other again, it's like beef is back on. Put the beef back on the stove, we're roasting it. I really thought that aspect of the show was really cool. Obviously, if you are a fan of the Karate Kid, that would probably be a lot of people's favorite stuff throughout the show, seeing how those two characters interact with each other. And maybe possibly one day they'll settle it all and put their past behind them and start, because to see where they start off in this series and where they end up at the end of season two, that's the stuff in season two that I really enjoyed a lot more, because you start to slowly see that friendship not too much, but you start to see it a little bit, especially in one of the last couple of episodes. That kind of gives hope for their future. We'll see if it ever happens. But I'm rooting for it. That's the relationship. I want to see them team up, and I want to see them, be maybe, who knows, co-workers together. Maybe somehow combining what makes Cobra Kai so special and what makes, the Miyagi Do so special. Combine those two, skills in different ways, because the Miyagi Dojo is more based off defense, while Cobra Kai is more based off attack first, as fast as you can, and just make the attack. That's why, right? So it's the yin and the yang, obviously, and I like seeing all that. So that was pretty cool. As for the teenage characters, who I guess would come next, there's the three major ones are Samantha, who is the daughter of the oldest of Daniel's character, and then you also got Miguel, who is taken under Johnny's wing. At first, Johnny doesn't want to teach him, but then after Johnny sees when he gets picked on, Johnny says, "Okay, I'm gonna take this kid under my wing." And Miguel is what actually makes Johnny a better person. It's because this kid is innocent, and Johnny helps him to become a little bit tougher. Miguel rubs a little bit off him to make him a better person, which I thought was a really great dynamic, especially in that first season. It does carry a little bit into the second season as well, but there's other things that the teenagers are all going through in the second season that turned me off a little bit. And then you got Robbie, who is the son of Johnny, but Johnny hasn't really spent a lot of time with him because he left his mother years ago, and Robbie's mother isn't that great either, because she goes off with men during the middle of the night, and sometimes even for weeks, and leaves him alone. And Daniel eventually brings him under his wing, at first not knowing that he is the son of his arch nemesis, but then when he does find out, he understands that, hey, maybe this kid won't be like his father. Maybe I can guide him into a better direction. So I did like a lot of the relationships, especially when they were established in season 1. And then when you get into season 2, what happens is the teenagers specifically get into some romance drama. And that's where it started feeling like a CW show to me. I didn't hate it, but I did roll my eyes quite a bit at the teenage drama romance stuff in season 2 specifically. I felt in season 1 the drama with the teenagers actually felt real, like real drama. There was bullying involved, and there was some of the romance stuff, but it was like when Miguel and Samantha were getting together, I was happy. I was like, oh man, this is nice feels. It's like, I want these two lovebirds to get in love and have fun together. But then towards the end, I hope people saw this, because there are going to be spoilers, obviously. I have to talk spoilers about this. Obviously, Samantha eventually breaks up with Miguel and goes to Robbie. And I was kind of expecting it, because there was chemistry there too. But it's like, that's the kind of stuff that turns into a CW show to me. And I felt when they entered season 2, I felt it was better handled in season 1. Once they get into season 2, they go full CW with the teenagers' storylines. Not that everything was like that. There are some funny moments, because there are some funny characters part of the teenager club that did make it entertaining. They even include like a 30-something-year-old character played by Paul. Oh man, I forgot his name, but he's like he's the older student in the group, in Cobra Kai's group in season 2, where he even applies to be a security guard, I guess, for the school at the end. And there's some funny moments with that character throughout season 2 that I hope he gets a larger part in season 3, because we could use, especially if the teenager stuff is going to be more CW stuff, we need that character back for next season in a more extended role to kind of lighten up the mood once in a while. But look, for the most part, I think both seasons are really fun and really great. I think they just went too much with the teenage drama, romance stuff in season two that I feel could have been pulled back a bit. But there was some drama that I still enjoyed, especially in the final episode. If you guys, I'm not going to spoil that, but if you've seen it, something big happens in the final episode of season two that I think makes me intrigued to see how it's going to all play out in season three, including the possibility of a returning character from the Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid movie, which I think obviously they will. Is a lot of people are asking if they'll get her back. Maybe not specifically the actress. I think they could. Why not? I mean, if the show's getting good reviews, why wouldn't you want to come back to something that's, lots of people are really liking and talking about right now, unless you have some beef with the actors from the original film. I don't know. But yeah, look, I'm, as someone who wasn't even a hardcore Karate Kid fan, I am all on board with this Cobra Kai series. I think it's fun. I think it's entertaining, and that's what shows need to be sometimes. We don't always need the dark and serious stuff like Game of Thrones. I love those shows too. I love Game of Thrones, which there are a couple of references to that show in season two. But once in a while, it's also good to get the lighthearted shows with not too heavy drama, Let's have some fun once in a while, and that's what this show is. And you can tell that the people behind the show are clearly Karate Kid fans and understand that world and that mythology that they're clearly adding on to. So I'm looking forward to more. I think the cast in this show is great, so I can't wait till season 3 comes up. So season 1 and 2 are on Netflix. I definitely recommend it. Even if you're not a Karate Kid fan, check it out. Check out at least the first season. I'm telling you, I think after the first season, you'll be like, hey, you know what? I like this. And if you don't, then you don't. Then forget about it. But I think it's hard not to like this show. I think there's a lot of heart in there. And with that being said, guys, I'm leaving it at that. So I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care.